What's up to all the students of Coach Ziz? I am super pumped that I was given this opportunity to give my 2 cents on a couple questions that Coach Ziz sent over to me, and I'm happy to connect with you guys. Just a little context on who I am. My name's Mikhail. I'm out here in Orange County, California. I'm the co-founder and president of Blue Light Media. We're a digital marketing company that works with anybody from small businesses all the way to Fortune 500 companies. Now, I didn't always think that I was gonna be like here and doing this. In fact, when I was in high school, I actually went to school to be a nurse. I was a nurse for a little bit. That didn't work out due to some family stuff, which is real crazy. I ended up playing poker professionally for 3 years, which was a lot of fun. Then I went into telemarketing, and then 4 years after that, decided to start my first company. And now I'm here, at Blue Light Media, and I think we're doing really great things. So that's a little bit about me, but I wanted to answer these questions from Coach Ziz that he sent over. And the first question that he actually sent was, what advice would you give your younger self? And I think the number one piece of advice that I would give myself if I was like 17, 16, 17, when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, is that you have time to figure it out. And what you love today is not necessarily what you're going to love in 10 years. It's when I was growing up, like all I listened to was punk rock and hardcore metal. And now, like, truth be told, like you can find out that you'd find out that I listened to Ariana Grande, for example, and like EDM music, and I would have just like my younger self would have made fun of who I am today. But I'm still in love with metal. I'm still in love with punk, and I really found appreciation in different types of music. And the same thing applies to life. Like who you are at 18, 17, 16 is not who you're gonna be when you're 30. Sure, some of the core values are going to be there, but you're going to find different interests. You're going to discover so much more about life and things that you really fall in love with. I would have never thought that I would be in marketing. I would have never, ever thought that I would have started now 2 companies. But here I am. I thought I was going to be a flight nurse. I thought I was going to be working in the medical field my entire life. So my advice to the younger Mikhail would be, you have time. You don't have to figure it out. Don't rush. Enjoy everything. And understand that who you are today is going to evolve and might not be the same person 10 years from now. So definitely remember that. Now, the second question that Coach just sent over to me was, he asked me how to share how I rebounded from what looked like not a good situation in high school. So I don't know what you guys are going through, but I definitely love to connect. But my freshman year in high school, I was gothic, believe it or not. Like gothic to, like I was painting my nails black. I even wore like eyeliner, had long hair. Like it was real crazy. I was into some goth punk bands as well. And I went to kind of a preppy school in Orange County, and it was not uncommon for me to be shoved up against the lockers in the hallway, for people to throw my bag around and like empty out whatever I had in my backpack, to spit on me, to call me a fag, to call me a homo. And in fact, there was a website that was made for me my freshman year, which is really interesting because websites were much harder to make freshman year. There's a website that was made, and it was mikhailisaflamer.com. Now, I don't know what the current derogatory terms is, but flamer used to be what we'd call, what people would want to call somebody who they thought were gay if they were using that in a derogatory term. And what people would do is, it was a lot like Instagram, where they would just comment on the page as to why those people thought that I was a flamer. So that was my freshman year in high school. So that's what was going on socially. But in addition to that, I just was not a good student either. Like I flunked out of a lot of classes, and I actually barely passed high school. Getting through that was crazy. In fact, I don't think that I really, quote unquote, got through that until I graduated, and I realized that the things that people were saying about me throughout high school was not actually who I was. And then in addition to that, understanding that, like, it wasn't until I realized that my life was not about high school. It wasn't about the 4 years there. It was not even my education there. Now, I'm not saying that you should totally kick high school in the bucket or whatever it might be. Like, you should definitely focus on your studies and do the very best you can in every class. But what I am saying is that there are interests and there are pathways to get a great career through vocational schools, through tech schools or anything like that where you can find a passion and get a great job. So it was understanding after high school that, like, you know, high school wasn't it. And if you're sitting in your senior class or in your junior class or whatever it is, what you're going through is not it. This is not your whole world. I understand that those things are real. I understand that they feel real, that the love that you have for your girlfriend or boyfriend is 100% real, and it definitely is real, but those things definitely change. Your whole life is not the 4 years that are right in front of you. It's what you do tomorrow and the next day, right? So getting through that was understanding that today, you know, yesterday does not define me, last week does not define me, and it's what I choose to do today that will define me, and what I choose to do in the future that will define me. So, that's kind of how I got through high school. In addition to that, too, when I was getting, I guess you could say, bullied, I don't really like that word, but, I was able to find really great friends. I wasn't part of the cool club. I mean, I was able to find people who loved punk rock music as well, so I surrounded myself with those people, and that definitely helped me get through. And in addition to that, I found really great company in my family as well, because no matter what phase I was going through, my mom loved the crap out of me. My uncle loved the crap out of me. My dad loved the crap out of me. So finding that peace with my family at home is really what got me through a lot of the BS that I was dealing with in high school. Anyways, I'd love to connect with you guys. Again, my name is Mikhail. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, at Mick. It's M-I-Q-K. The Q comes before the K. And remember, no matter what you're doing, put your heart into it, and I hope to connect with you soon.